Greetings to another video. So it is the day after my first ever road race and I kind of wanted to share three or four things that I learned from doing my first road race because it was a very steep learning curve and I just want to give you any tips if you are thinking of doing a road race. Then yeah, that's a lot of erms. So let's just get straight into the tips. All the things that I learned. So the first thing that I learned was FTP means pretty much bugger all. Obviously you need to have power to be able to ride for a couple of hours in a race, but it just means nothing. Like, just because you have a decent FTP does not mean you're going to finish well, and that is what I learned very quickly because my FTP is pretty good, and I was like, yeah, I should be able to finish because it was Cat 3 and 4. Probably arrogantly, I thought maybe I'd finish top 20, I'm just being honest. Didn't finish anywhere near top 20. I don't even know where I finished. It wasn't even in like the front group or the front pack. And that is because, I guess this is leading on to the next thing that I learned, is because cornering and sprinting are key in road races. And that, in that particular one for me, that was where the whole field just got absolutely set apart because it was a completely flat course. Otherwise it would have been on a climb. But because the corners, there were a couple of quite tight corners, and yeah, the sprints out of those were mental. They were just, yeah, that is what I need to work on. My cornering is not good, my sprints are not good, and that is what let me down. So I think there were 7 laps. The first 2 or 3 I was with the group. And I think it was the third lap round that tight corner. I just couldn't hold it. Because I'm a little bit like nervous on the corners anyway, with that many people. And then the sprints out were just like beyond. And I guess that goes back to FTP because the power was it was just very what's the word? Like that. That's a really bad description. It was just kind of like that, up and down, really like strong surges and then steady, strong surge, steady. And obviously with an FTP and the climbs that I kind of do, I'm good. My strength is a steady climb for a long period of time and just keeping my watts kind of at the same level. And this was not that at all. And that is what I learned very, very quickly, that it is just those surges that I need to work on and that cornering technique. And then the third thing that I learned is confidence. Confidence is just everything, because even when we were on the rollout, the pack completely like spread out because of people's confidence levels. Like I was just steady along, and I'm used to riding in group rides because obviously I ride with Rafa, and I thought, I'll be okay, I'll be quite confident. But as soon as we got on the road and I saw how tight everyone was packed, there were like wheels crossing all over the place. And I was like, oh my God. And that automatically for me makes you just sit further back than you would if you were feeling confident at riding kind of in that pack and in that such tight bunch. And so, yeah, that is massive. And that is definitely something that I need to work on and just build my confidence. And I guess kind of like the fourth thing, this is 3 things, but I guess the fourth thing, and that kind of links to confidence, is where you're sat in the actual group. Because where I lost it was on that, I can't remember, it was the third, or I can't remember which corner it was, but I'd sat at the front, towards the front anyway, for each of those sprints out of the corners. And when the one where I got lost from everyone and got dropped and just basically got spat out the back, I was sat at the back of that pack. So because I was sat further back, the elastic just drew out way, way more because I was at the back, because I wasn't feeling as confident. And yeah, so positioning is also huge. And then obviously because I got spat out, I was in headwind on my own, like half of the race. So that just felt a different kind of hard. Obviously it felt hard in headwind, but if you look at my power data on Strava, my Strava links below, you can see how like the start, you can see where I got spat out the back because the power is like this, like really, really spiked. And then when I got dropped back, it just really steadies off, and then I just settled into what I'm used to doing. So yes, I've got a lot to work on, but I'm excited to give it a go and excited to train something different. So yeah, I guess the difficulty for me is trying to build up sprints and build up like that short, sharp, intense stuff while also trying to train for endurance rides, because it's pretty much both, isn't it? But I'll be able to fit it in. My coach will be able to do it. I know he will. I've got confidence. He knows what he's doing with me. So yeah, it's just trying to balance it all out, because equally I want to be able to be good at both, but you can't be good at both. So I might just have to be average at both. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I like having a go, and I like having a different try. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I like having a different try at different things and different types of cycling. So yeah, that is that. On Thursday, if you're obviously watching this because it's about racing, I'm going to be doing a Zwift race. It's a Community Kiss League, which is 8 o'clock UK time. So I'll be live streaming that, all being well. And then Sunday, I've got another race in Cappenray, which is hilly. It is, I think it's about 65k, I think, and 1,000 meters elevation. So that is going to be very different because this one was flat. So yeah, there is that. What else is there? Anything else to tell you? Oh, I'm setting up the group Zwift rides this week. So if you are interested in those, that's on Patreon. I'll leave my Patreon link below. If you don't know, I set up Patreon last week, so I've got extra videos, extra content over there if you want that, and I'll be doing group Zwift rides via Patreon. So yeah, I reckon that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching, and thank you again for all the lovely comments and tips and support. It's just nice to know that you're there and that you are wanting the best for me and wanting and helping me improve. So it is much appreciated. So thank you to everyone that commented on that last video. It was very heartwarming and I loved it. So yeah, all right then, well, I will see you next video. Thanks for watching.